I am Kendall Gomez. Welcome to my morning YouTube channel. I am Kendall Gomez with the morning horoscopes and the trending topics. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. I wanted to talk about, well, first of all, I'm on Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, and make sure you subscribe. And put a comment in the comment section and make sure you put on that notification button so when you miss my live, just hey, you'll catch the tail end or even catch the video. But anyway, guys, listen, it is now this is a weigh-in day today. We're weighing in on, and we're gonna get to that. I'm not gonna discuss what I'm weighing in on, but I might as well. Let's let some people get in the room. Let me share my live. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yes. Hey, overall mother, what's going on? Yes. Grand Rising. So we're gonna get straight to the morning horoscopes because we're gonna weigh in on the T.S. Madison and this I'm just gonna say Miss Piggy uh debacle about blaming trans women for what DL men do. We're gonna get to that. And then I don't know what Trump is going through, but he needs to get off those motherfucking ankles. And this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Lord, it is so much going on. I woke up to, hey, Grand Rising, Chrissy Jones. I got to wake up to see how transgenders are being blamed and for men being DL. I thought that was so horrible. No sound? Is no sound? It's still no sound? Hmm. Let's see. Okay, give me one second. Why can't we hear? I don't even have anything plugged in. What is going on? Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Oh, can you hear me now? Oh my God. This is so today is annoying, guys. Can you hear me? I don't want to. No. Okay. I don't know what's going on because I'm coming with the topics today because I wanted to weigh in. Like I said, on the T.S. Madison, uh, this gonna say pretty heavy set girl coming for the transgender community. And I call them RBs. We got a new name. And so we're gonna get to that. We're gonna do the morning horoscopes first, and then we're gonna get to that. Because it's very important that we make this normal, making men accountable for their actions, right? Adi, yes. Yes, Adi. Oh, hmm. And I hope that you get good healing and everything. See, comments like that I read. See, and I am praying for you that you get through this, Adi. Let's all give Adi some love and some prayers before we move forward. Because I, have experienced my mom, my grandmother, my, family. Okay. Sorry about that. That was my best friend. She's in Bermuda. She called me from Bermuda. Ever since we got, connected back, that was cool. But let's start off with the morning horoscope. It's a kind of crazy morning because I keep trying to get started and Lord, hopefully my door does not, nobody rings my doorbell because I am ready this morning. All right, all right. Let's start off with the morning horoscopes because we're gonna get straight to this. And I need y'all to weigh in on what I'm talking about because this is really, really kind of it's confusing. And in these days and ages, we will take the blame and shift somebody else. I mean, and blame somebody else for our own stuff, right? So anyway, let's start off with the morning horoscopes. Oh God. And I was like, I never weigh in on stuff like this, but I had to weigh in on this conversation. Okay, so let's get to Cancer. And Grand Rising to all my Cancerians, Grand Rising. All right. So, hey, Cancer, consciously Cancer, you have all the ideas and urges for new beginnings. The waves of inspiration that will not let you sleep are creating webs that will help you to connect to connect the dots to reach your goals. So, the inspiration is here. So you are tired and maybe simply find a bit of overwhelming at the moment. So everything may be overwhelming, right? What your guides and angels remind you is that you need not to escape into fantasy, because that's what I'll do. I'll escape into fantasy. I know, I know, I know. Do small things each day that make you feel emotionally anchored and stable. And this you will find and lasting mental peace because um mental health is very important, and that's why we just have to take time out. I know I be in my head and I stay out of my head. Start putting it in where most people don't go to, and there's books. Been putting my head in the books, honey. Okay, let's go to Aries. So Aries, put the work in and find your way out. Because I have to take personal responsibility for everything and not make somebody else responsible for something that I have created. And Taurus and Grand Rising Aries. Okay, Taurus, you feel like you have hit rock bottom. Go gather your thoughts before you try new things. If you listen, you'll see. I'm doing the morning horoscopes and the trending topics, and we're on the morning horoscopes. Make sure you follow me. I am Kendall Gomez, and welcome. And make sure you follow me. And Mo, good morning, Mo, because I can't get the rest of the name. Gemini, we're on Gemini right now. Surrender the need to win at all costs. Instead, choose happiness and peace more often because sometimes when you're right, promptly admit it. When you're wrong, shut up. That's a saying. That's not me. That's a saying that I learned a long time ago. And it brings humility, basically. Okay, so now we have Leo. Repeat to yourself, everything is working out in my highest and greatest good. Then believe it and take aligned action. And Grand Rising, everybody. Virgo, keep working towards your goals. Libra, Grand Rising. Look at the higher side of life and stop beating yourself up. Good morning, Mina Kids Gang, Grand Rising. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. Build your reserves while also looking forward in life. Sagittarius and Grand Rising. Sagittarius, pick what matters and take it wherever it goes. Uh-uh. Capricorn. Companionship and love bring you true happiness. Oh, Aquarius is here. Ah, Aquarius. This requires a long-term outlook and commitment, and it's you, Aquarius. Do not rush to accomplish it all overnight because it's gonna happen. And stop beating yourself up, baby. You're fabulous. Pisces, restore harmony. Get get it. Just get it. We don't have to get it right, but just get it. Even if you get you a small piece, it'll turn into a big piece. We piece things together, right? So, okay. That's with the morning horoscopes. You also saw me, I had a little trouble. Share my live, guys, because I, you know, this is really important to me. You know, how I heard this video this morning, right? And it was very disturbing. It was so disturbing. Let's see. Okay, because this was really okay, be quiet. I'm coming with it. Because um right. 'Cause- Okay, so this was really crazy because this morning I heard a young lady name call T.S. Madison, which a lot of people do. This is a choice. First of all, let me say this. This is a choice I made. That should be a compliment first of all. Me transitioning into being, what I look like. We know what I am. That's not a secret. I am genetically a man, right? Because we need to make this normal, right? But in scientific terms, I'm transgender because I transition. And I hate giving these lessons, right? So I'm transitioning. And I'm happy. I know I have all you know, the because I'm never gonna be a full woman, right? Yes, because I need this to be normal, right? I'm never and share my live, guys, because this is really, really important for me, right? Um, we gotta the young lady was blaming T.S. Madison for saying that women are the reason why men stay DL because once they admit that they're this because I have friends, even just being transgender, and I know they secretly do. That's why I don't talk to some of them because you know what you know what you know. When you've been through stuff and you can look and you can see how the people treat you. You can see you can see, right? Because God gives us that eye, especially when you come from an abused place, right? You can see those signs of uncomfortability. That's what it is, right? So for her to take her uncomfortability and put it on us and skip over the man, that doesn't make sense. You're not making the man responsible for what he's doing. That man is on the dating sites, and I can vouch for that because I figured I'd get on a dating site and see. And I haven't dated anybody, I haven't met anybody. But a lot of these men are married. Even when I was let me tell you something. Let me motherfucking tell you something. When I was out there, getting to the bag. Good morning. When I was out there getting to the bag, most of those men had wedding rings, baby seats in the bag, baby mama, about 5 or 6 of them, right? And yeah, we would dip off and whatever the case may be, right? Grown folk stuff, right? Fair exchange, no robbery. That's all I ha ha. That's what we gonna call Owen Wallace knowing. Fair exchange and no robbery, right? That's what it basically was. Sometimes I did walk away with cell phones and wallets and stuff. I ain't even gonna lie. Um, but the real point being is that, like, it's the men. You got to check these men. You got to know, because everybody, not my man, not my baby. We all say that. Not my man, not my man, my man, my man, my man. And I'm trying to understand, how did she come to the conclusion that it's our fault, it's a transgender's fault that men dip out? Do we have a magic potion? Because if I had a magic potion, shoot, I've seen some fine behind police officers out here that I could have just. I don't have a magic potion. I don't have any, you know, hoodoo voodoo spells to make a motherfucker, attracted to me. If a man is going to be attracted to a transgender, that's something that the man has to, come to grips with. Me and you just come to acceptance of what the man is. And sometimes we get mad. I even have done it and been like, sissy and all this other stuff because, he's more on this, he's no feminine energy or anything. And it's wrong to make a man feel uncomfortable about or anyone. It's wrong to make anyone feel, and this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. It's wrong to make people feel about how they are living and how they are paying their bills and why they are existing and what we will never meet and be. I'm so happy. And I'm not in competition. I've never been in competition with a woman. I don't need to be. I'm in my own lane getting my own life. So I don't understand how we fit in the same category as far as um being the same. You are obsolete. You are wonderfully made. You have the parts that make us, you know, all of us, men, women, transgenders, LGBTQ. The woman is the prize. And I need you guys to understand this. I I don't hate women. And a lot of y'all want us to hate you because you really hate us. And I'm gonna just say that. A lot of y'all hate women, I mean, transgenders, because you just want to simply hate us. It has nothing, and it's okay to dislike something heavily. It's okay to say, I don't like trans. And guys, share the live, please. We want to get this room because this is a really important topic. I don't want this to pass us, right? Because this is something maybe that can bind us. Because I don't want to go against women. But what I do want to go against is, why does the Black community make it so hard for somebody to be different? The Black community makes it very, and the community, period. But mostly the Black community. And we run around here, and talking about cosplay, wearing wigs and baby hairs that are not yours and all that stuff. That's cosplay, honey. And eyelashes and stuff like that to feel beautiful. That's cosplay. We all are cosplaying. Let's talk about it. How dare you? And not everybody is cosplaying. Some of us are just playing a role in life just to get along, and agree here and agree there, and, just to get along. Let's talk about that. You know, it has nothing to do with transgenders when it comes to DL men. DL men are just DL men. And I speak heavily on that. I just like, yeah, and I like that, but we don't put the young people involved. I don't believe in adding young, you got to leave kids alone when it comes to certain topics and things. I don't believe in, you know, any transition until 21. That's what I believe. But I also believe that a lot of people are starting to blame transgenders for men being DL. Oh, right. Yes. Let the kids be. Yes. Come on now. Come on. Preach to the children. Yes. And I like that because, you know, it takes away from the innocence and all that twerking and break. We wasn't able to do all that twerking and stuff like that. I believe in morals, principles, and standards. And a lot of people don't think that transgenders believe in morals, principles, and standards and have any. And that's what really fucks me up. They think that we were all born and doing the same thing. No. And it's crazy. And we know we born men, we got to take a shower. We got to look at our birth certificates. And then, we have you know, a RB try to come in and say, you're a man. I know what I am. They do that every day. Right. I, but let me explain this to you. That's why some of the transgenders expose these men, and they end up, it's a dangerous game. But the young lady did say, I called her Miss Piggy because why are you coming for somebody and calling them names and calling them big faces? And I was looking and I was so just not satisfied with that video. And I had to weigh in on it. And what I had to say was really correct. We need to normalize making people responsible for their actions. And that's the most important thing. It's men, women, transgenders, or whoever. And it's really, really, really important that we do that. But I know, like I said, I know who I am. Let me share my live real quick. Let me share my live real quick. Hold on. You know, but we have to make certain things normal again instead of blame shifting from our uncomfortability. I did. I went through things. I blamed the woman for, things that I went through with my husband, but then I realized, it was him, not her or whoever. Right. And it's okay to stay quiet too, because what you do and I believe what you do in your bedroom is your business. Why is it so normal to tell people what you do behind closed doors? We can both just be laying there hoping to be beamed up to another planet because this planet sucks behind closed doors. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So I don't like to discuss what I do behind closed doors. I don't like to share um, you know, mech things, that's not my and that's where the morals, principles, and standards come in. I've dated, people from the music industry when I was out there, fair exchange, no robbery, if you understand. So this is what I'm telling you. And I've never exposed one rapper. I never exposed anybody. And I dated some heavy hitters. And yes. And I never blamed them, but I stayed quiet. Not because we were sneaking, because it's respect. And it was my terms and conditions. Because as long as I got that coin on, and I get that part. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. I guess it would sound like a cap if you're not able to look at the whole trajectory of what's really going on. It would sound like a cap. But you sound like you're a RB. We got an RB in the room. We got an RB in the room, guys. Don't put them out, right? So I just realized that, the world is in a real confused state when it comes to transgenders. You're still a confused because you'll want to be confused because you'll want to be, have something. I don't know what it is, right? Oh, RB means raggedy bitch. And you could believe in anything. You could believe your mother is the prettiest woman in the world and she could be the fattest, ugliest thing. But I didn't say anything, you see. But the point being, getting away from the stupidity of these, comments, because that's a RB, a raggedy B, right? That came into the room because they don't know. They're just dragging their feet. They're not keeping up. I'm trying to help you to keep up. Take the blame, men. If you are attracted to a trans woman, take the blame. Yeah, I did the horoscopes this morning, so you're gonna have to come back and watch it. Yes. Right. And that's the what's your name? You get the number one comment. Okay, Andrew. 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 Yes. Ooh, because the focus is on nastiness. It is the deviant, being the deviant, the sexual deviancy. That's what, and that's why a lot of men are single when they get older, because they haven't taken responsibility for their actions, not just being with transgenders. Because I was in it. Let me tell you something. Let me fix my seat, girl. We got to get up in here. The only reason why I say that is because I I've seen so many men get off of work and they crowd up these restaurants because they are single with kids and an ex-wife and everything because they've never taken responsibility for their actions, whether they're DL, straight, or whatever. Let's make this normal. But y'all want to like focus on the transgenders. Y'all want to focus on how there are flaws and stuff. Meanwhile, you got 10 million more flaws than I do. And a lot of people do. That's all I'm saying. It should always, and I say this, what you do behind closed doors is your business. But what you prefer has nothing to do with what's going on in the bedroom. It's two separate categories because you can't say we're just all nasty and we don't like to live, we don't like to vacation, we don't like to get married, we don't. That's saying we all are just nasty and we should just stop, right? What I can't take is you being really out of this room. Now I can take that, right? But the point being, but the point, we all should do us. The point is, We all should do us and mind our business so we can have some business to mind and have a level of respect for the next person. But that's something a lot of people can't do because they don't have enough respect for themselves. Let's get there. Let's get there and let's get there swiftly. A lot of people don't have respect for themselves, so they won't have respect for you. They really have issues that they need to address. And that's all I'm saying. It's men. The men have issues that need to be addressed and immediately. That's all I'm saying. I love that. I love that ice wait, ice Mizzy. I love that. Only because it's not as it's not as simple as we think it is because people make it complicated. And that's why it's so confusing because it is a lot less simple. The thing is, let people be people and mind your business so you can have some business to mind. That's the whole reality of it. If you don't like something, that's your uncomfortability. And maybe just the majority of women and black women, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know black women, white women, but the majority that I know of black women that I see that befriend transgenders and then talk behind their back is a big thing. And I'm gonna just say that as I sip on my morning iced coffee. And it's sad. And it's really sad because that's why a lot of us go to the community and be in it because it's a safe space. That's why a lot of us hang by ourselves because there's nobody to trust. Even the men. We don't trust the men. We don't trust the women. Because they turn around and say and do and or their people don't like you for whatever reason. I'm just saying. And it's like I've seen it all. People switch up when they get around other people because they know that they're not, comfortable around us because they're not comfortable with their fucking selves. And I'm gonna just say that. They're uncomfortable with their selves. It has nothing to do with me. I'm sitting here comfortable in a clear space and people get uncomfortable. How does that work out? Why am I the culprit for your uncomfortability? And it's very important to understand that. See, if you mind your business, I should have a board here. If you mind your business and you have some business to mind, the world would be a better place. I've never discussed what I do in my bedroom with anybody. That's not anybody's business. What I'm doing in there. I'm asleep. I'm cuddling. We're watching TV. What do you think? And it's you're the nasty one. You're the one in your head. Not you per se, but you know what I mean. It's them. They're in their head about what we're doing. They're in the fantasy about what we're doing. They're fantasizing. They're calling it nasty because it's something, and they're trying to figure out. I'm not trying to figure out. I have it figured out. I'm just saying. I'm just saying because it seems to be a blame shift. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, Grand Rising, and if you're not following me, make sure you follow me. And can you share my live, guys? I would so appreciate that. And if you're not following me, follow me. I am Kendall Gomez, and I am, thank you, and I like you too. Every day ain't like this because some days I come in, my brain is over there, my body's here, but I'm here all today, right? But the point being is that I've been befriended by so many women and I've been berated by so many women that I hang out by myself. Or I'm berated by their kids, or I'm berated. And you can tell. You can tell when people, I promise you. So I just am by myself. I don't want to be around nobody but me and God. And be friendly to people. It's okay. Right. Because what you do And the bedroom is your bed. I don't see what ask straight people what they do in the bedroom and say it's disgusting, or say, "Oh, you have th- three different baby fathers. That's disgusting, and you have no morals. And did you ever get married?" Like we don't make like, huh? And that's normal with that. But I'm saying I'm a Cancer, but the point being is that I'm just like, I don't go with anyone just because I'm transgender. Any man, that'd be killing me. I have a type, I have a like, and yeah, but I'm not just going with any man. Y'all got me really fucked up. You're welcome. Yeah, because it's crazy how some of these women, especially, I'm just going to say this. A lot of women are black women stay in their conviction about transgenders and black men, the black community, period. And it's sad. And then that's why you have a lot of black men that won't come out to say, I love a trans woman. I mean, my husband married me. He we didn't profess to the world, we didn't have a lot of money, but we were married and we were officiated and everything, right? We are still I'm married. And my husband, I don't mean to talk his business, but he has kids. And he was in, you know, the right? And they blamed me. They were like, "Where'd you meet him in jail?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just gonna say this: we have to make everything normal in this world. People are not making, and what I mean by that, let me clear that up. We have to make men feel okay with being who they are. We have to make people with okay being who they are because it's not about the men. We're just the men. It's about the transgender. It's about the women. Honesty is a big thing. Let's be honest. Yeah, I don't know why it has to be labeled. I think the scientists somewhere in Area 51, they're doing these. I don't know. You're right. I don't know. Attraction is attraction, right? Attraction is attraction. I'm hoping to get to my 500 followers. Yeah, but and then she went on, she went on a rant. Thank you. Yeah, I am 58 years old. And I am okay with, people having their opinions with me, on me, but and not like in my face, not being like, blatantly disrespectful to me, like I don't mind matter. People do that. And it's annoying for me. So I just rather not be bothered. I just rather not. I stay with the old shoes that make me comfortable. I'm 58 years old. I think I'll be 58 this year. I'm 50. I don't know how old I am. I gotta look. I don't know how old I am. Wait a minute. How old am I? Hold on. I don't even know how old I am. Work with me. If I was born July 2nd, 1967, how old am I today? I don't even know how fucking old I am. This is crazy. I really don't know how old I am. Oh my God. I am 58 years old. I'll be 58. Right. Wait, what? Huh? Someone who is born to is 58 years old. My friend, we were talking because someone I went to high school. Well, we were in elementary, all the way from first grade. We talked like for 2 hours yesterday. I have quite a few friends from elementary that we still talk, right? And we could not remember our age. That's what happens when you get a certain age, right? It just don't matter anymore. You just take care of yourself to the best of your ability. Oh, my voice is delaying. I think. Let me see something. Is my voice delaying now? Is it delaying? Thank you. Because I want to take care of myself, and I'm not ever gonna say a woman is jealous of me, but a woman may be jealous because I kept myself up good. I may be jealous because hair might, oh, I need my hair like that. I can admit if I want something and I can't. Yeah. But I've never wanted the full smex change. It has nothing to do with behind the scenes. It has to do with medical, right? Because I knew I would never be a full woman, but I like the idea that I can dress up and be myself, right? And live my life comfortably and, just live and be in my own beauty. Everything in this world has its own beauty. Flowers, people, men, women. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Everything has its own beauty. Right. But it has nothing to do with it's not about me. This topic was really about T.S. Madison being, blamed for men being, DL and we should leave them alone and everything else and me being transgender. I had to weigh in on that. Um Yeah. So it was one of them things. And that's why I was really, really feeling away because I'm married, right? My husband ain't here, right? He ain't here, but I am married and I really do be on the sites, but I conduct myself as I'm married. Ain't nobody been in here. Yeah, I do everything myself until my husband appears. But and even if he decides Imma stay in New York, that's not my gripe. My gripe is, and it ain't even with him, it's with women that play like they are friends, right? Playing in our face like they are friends, and they're really not our friends, and then they blame you. I don't know why this is delayed. If I could figure out why this is delayed, I don't know. Let me see something. Because if it's my I don't let me see something. Because if it's my okay, 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 okay. I don't know why it's been delayed, but anyway, if that's uncomfortable for you, just go show my beautiful dress. See my beautiful dress. See? But anyway, guys, listen, and my cash app is K million trillion because if you don't know the rules, right? The rules are if you ask a question outside of the topic, you can go to my description, cash at me. I'll see it on here and I'll answer your question. Are we clear? And if we're not clear, I'm going to ignore your questions and continue on my topic, except the ones that are talking and speaking on the topic. And the topic and the fact remains is that men should be held responsible for whoever they like and love. And why do you why is it a responsibility to love somebody? You're holding them. Love is love. Is this supposed to be looking like it's hard, it's work, it's this, it's that? Like we put so much emphasis into something that should just be, you know, flow naturally. Human kindness is natural because then now they'll say, "Oh, but you're not natural." Yes, I am. I have so many good qualities about myself that I don't even allow anybody's comments if they're negative. I don't allow somebody's opinion to change who you know, who I live as every day. Wake up as Kendall. That's all. I wake up as Kendall. That's my birth name too, by the way. I don't have any other name. I've never had any other name except Kendall. My mom named me Kendall. So we're going to get clear on that. I have no other name, right? Same name as Kendall Jenner. I have a neighbor. She has a daughter with the same name. What do the books say a man is to lead, but the woman is to be? I'm not into whatever that means to you. See, when we go into the Bible is a personal venture. That's something between you and God. Because I don't, and this is another thing. When we start to go in on people, the Bible verse has so many different verses, but I know that I go on my own understanding on for my own journey, and that's what I do. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. No, the book is a history book. Okay. So I don't know what you're asking, but I know what I'm saying, right? You have to be a little more clear on that, love, so I understand where you're coming from. But at the end of the day, I, I I don't know. I don't know. I just I was so upset about those comments that I went off because you can't blame a transgender for what a man is doing. That's like saying the other woman, I'm blaming her and not my husband. And my husband and I made the commitment together, but I'm blaming her. She's not a part of that. And when we make those things normal, again, that's when we will get a better perspective on how to deal with things, how to look at things, and how to analyze the situation. But if you're really looking at it as just you hate, and you're gonna take because we're the most hated. We got to be the transgenders. We are hated. We're the most hated being. And I'm just gonna say this safely. I don't know how many friends I really have. Because and I'll be honest with you, only because I've never been invited on a vacation. I've never been invited anywhere. Let me just hit you with because of my friends, when I was growing up, I was invited to a whole lot of places. Let me just hit you with this. I'm never invited by my straight female friends anywhere. So I don't have any female friends. I have associates, people that I love, people that yeah. But as far as like true friends, mm, I don't know. And I just say that very with conviction, going out my way to be a better friend, and I can't. A friend to me, that I know, they do things, they support each other, blah, 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 right? They go on vacations, and that is a world problem because I live in the world and I'm talking about that. So let me help you, Art Raggedy Bitch, because I live in this world and that's a world problem. But all I'm saying is that I don't really like you just as you get older, you get to see stuff, right? And you get to understand things. And when people think you don't understand, and My Cash App is K million trillion. And then when you let me know you sent me my Cash App, I will answer your question. But do not ask me any dumb questions because I'm gonna put you out. That's what I'm gonna do. 'Cause you have the audacity to come into this live, and I'm just saying for anybody and not contribute to my live and my content, and you keep going off the content. I want my $5 question, and it's per question. And if you don't get that, just get out. Go somewhere else. And ask somebody else. Ask another transgender to stand up. Don't ask me to stand up. That matter of fact, get out of here. Sick of you. Because that type of stuff doesn't make me feel good about myself. I feel good about myself when I get up in the morning and I say my prayer and everything else. Nobody can make me feel good. I make me feel good. Working on myself for years. I can't allow anyone to tear me down. That's like not gonna happen. But nevertheless, wow. So we're gonna get off that topic because we did what we did, and I love the fact that we were able to go there. But let's go to some other stuff because, girl, it is so much going on. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here, girl, because I'm gonna see. Okay, let's see what's going on in TMZ. Nothing good. Ain't it no real tea? Let's go over here. But guys, yeah, this has been one of the videos that I really came up and I felt the whole everything that I was saying. I felt it. And I needed to release it to see if anybody else understood where I was coming from. Because everybody doesn't understand. Everybody's not gonna understand. They're not supposed to, but they're supposed to have a level of respect. And people say they respect you and they don't respect you. But I respect, as long as you respect yourself, you hold on to accountability because I'm about to, you hold on to your accountability and you live in your truth. That's why I spoke about this, living in your truth. If you don't like somebody, don't talk to them. If you don't like certain things about a person, leave them all the way alone. Everybody's not going to like everything, but it should. This is why it's very important to have that 15-year clause. We talked about all of that. My friends that I have 15 years or more with, and the results that came out after the 15 years, then I decided how we're going. So you grow, you learn new things, right? As a person, as a human being. But please just be kind to your neighbor. Like, what's so hard with being kind? I know I live down here and it's a lot of weird shit. And I came down here with one idea and now I'm with another. Only because I felt like people thought they can be abusive to me, talk crazy to me. You cannot. One thing you need to know, if you ever around me and you talk crazy to me, I'm gonna talk crazy back. And I don't like, or may you start making me feel uncomfortable and your people start making me feel uncomfortable and you don't correct it, I'm never gonna talk to you again. I'm not gonna live the rest of my life dancing around, people, motherfuckers, making them comfortable to make me uncomfortable. No, I'm not doing that. Those days are over with. I'm glad I have my family around me too. That's a big thing. And Saturday, we all gonna be here. I gotta get prepared for my family on Saturday. That's gonna be exciting this weekend, right? Um, a little something. We have a little something. Just me and my family, right? And I love that. But at the end of the day, they respect me. And my other family members are seeing that now they want to, they want to. And I'm specifically talking about one family member, my mom. And she sees that my family is loving and accepting. Everybody's family isn't loving and accepting, right? I've been hidden from my family for so long because people and my family was trying to see me. I have someone else that's in the LGBTQ. I have several. I would never disclose it. Yes. So I got support. I got all the support that I need straight from here. And they're educated Black women and Black men. All I could say, I'm very happy. But yeah, but besides that, guys, respect goes a long way. And in order to respect someone, you have to understand that whether you like it or not, it's just allowing people to be where they're at, just as long as you're fine where you're at. That's where respect comes in, allowing people to be in their own, spaces without judgment, without going after them. Long as they don't cross the boundary.